Ladies and gentlemen, I'm yours truly, the legend himself, Labzy, aka the best motherfucker you ever met in the history of your life, and I can prove it to you even though I shouldn't. The most loyal, the most honest, and the most respected.
Real talk with Labzy, we speaking the truth. From the streets to the booth, giving voice to the groove. No holding back, every combo's the proof. It's the realest in the game, now we raising the roof. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy.
Now, this interview is a bit different. I know of a lot of people saying, oh, you've always had rappers or musicians or, stuff on your show, but I've always let people know that I've had different types of people on the show, not just musicians, but I've had gamers, streamers, as well as, YouTubers and, rap managers, and that these types of things. And this came from my man Danny Hustle. Shout out to Danny Hustle, by the way, who wanted me to interview this person, this wonderful lady named Sherry. She's a medium. I assume she's from Geelong area, but there she is now. We're gonna bring her in. Sherry, hello, hello.
Hi, how are you? I am from
Good.
Geelong, Labzy.
Yeah, good. Just thought I'd clarify that because I know but this is all part of the conversations we're getting into. First of
Yeah,
all, Sherry, thank you so much for taking the time to be on here and having a chat with me. And now I will get right into it. So, how how did this
I know.
come to you?
I
You
get
being a
this
media,
question. I get this question all the time. Can I just check if my microphone works? Can we just see if
of
that
course. Now I
works?
can hear you fine.
No, I'm just like, it might sound better. So if I just
Oh,
put this
okay.
on, whack this on,
Yeah, sure.
see if you can still hear me. Hang on. Can you still hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, all right, cool.
Beautiful.
Okay, so if anyone can't hear me, they can say, hi, Kiowa. I've got my girlfriend on there already.
Well, there you go.
Hey. Well, you want to ask me, how did I know I was psychic or something from years ago, or how
No,
did
no.
this
So,
work? Oh,
what was it about? What was it about the medium world that you thought to yourself, you know what? I want to pursue this.
I didn't.
What attracted you to do
Just
this?
I didn't. I never thought that.
Really?
It's
Okay.
it's not it's not something I sought after. It's
Okay.
something that I was born to do. So I didn't go, oh, I want to be a medium, because I've actually been a medium for the last 33 years. So that's a long time. And that was before all this was really popular. So basically, I bought my first pack of tarot cards when I was 23. And these are the cards that I have today still. And when I was reading the cards for people, basically I discovered that I could get messages from the other side, and I was connecting with other people's loved ones. So my spiritual path actually began at 17 when I started reading books that were channeled by beings. I wanted to know about esoteric information and what happens when you die. And I was just fascinated with what happens when you die. I want to know what's next, because I thought, if I know what's next, then I know what life is here for, why we're here. So then I just became interested in crystals and massage and healing and Reiki, and I'm a Reiki master. And I started going to the spiritual churches in Geelong and Melbourne, and just started, yeah, realizing that I could read, and it sort of just came. It wasn't something I was aspiring to do. Like, everyone wants to be a medium now. Trust me, it's not that glamorous. It is hard work.
Yeah. Of course, I would assume so
Yeah,
because it's not because obviously you gotta really dig deep into it as well, and to really get the full information and the full education and the full understanding of how to really understand how the spiritual realm works and how to really explain it to the clients or the people that want to do the reading.
yeah.
And yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
It's energy work.
Mm.
It's really energy work. It's draining. Like, I just did 2 1-hour readings, and I nearly wanted to cry after the other reading. It was so heavy, and that doesn't happen very often. But sometimes it just. Can I swear on
Of
this one or not?
course, absolutely.
It knocks the fucking shit out of me. So it just knocks me. I'm like, I was just driving along, and I went to get some tacos for lunch, and I was like, I want to cry, because it just drains. It was a heavy couple of readings, and it was about losing loved ones and all the stress going on, and So, but yeah, it's energy work, so it definitely drains you quite a lot, and other times it energizes you. So it's kind of strange, but yeah, you've got to look after yourself, otherwise you can't keep being there for other people, because we're channeling this
Yes, of
divine
course.
energy. So it's very much, you're a conduit for energy. I'm a conduit for the spirit world. I'm the voice for spirit.
Yeah, you're like the projector
Yeah,
of the spirit realm. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah.
I agree
That's a
with
good way
that.
to
Yeah,
describe it.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. And so going into it, like, because obviously, did you have to study it yourself? Like, did you have to go somewhere to study it, or did you like, was there any books that you had to read to get started? It's like, so because if I wanted to be a medium, like, how do I get started?
Well, basically, I'll answer both questions. First of all, the way I got started was, again, had a keen interest in spirituality and everything around it. Then I decided that I wanted to know what happens when you die. So I studied the next realm, and I read books that were near-death experiences and anything that was, channeled by beings, which is not really by humans, it's by beings, but channeled through humans. That's another form of divine trance channeling. And those books gave me the foundation that there's more to life than just this physical realm, that we're actually spiritual beings having a physical experience, and this world is extremely temporary. So I studied um, Reiki and healing, and I went and had a couple of mentors. One particular lady who was an amazing crystal healer, and I was interested in all of that. And so I studied the spiritual path, as in I went to the churches. There's spiritual churches. They don't run them anymore a lot, but a lot of famous mediums, like I know, that very much grew up in the spiritual churches, and in these churches they had clairvoyance, and people did spirit art and crystal healing, and they kind of did the normal orthodox Christianity, but involving spirituality and clairvoyancy and all that. So I had a few mentors, but basically I started it myself. I'm self-taught, right? So I just did it. If anyone wants to be a medium, I don't know whether anyone and everyone can be a medium.
Yeah.
I think that it's hard work to discover your soul, to know who you are, and to get to the level where you can. And I've actually mentored many people that have become mediums and psychics. And I think you have to have a natural gift for it. Like, for example, well, I'm not going to be anyone's hairdresser, right? That's
Yeah,
just not my gift.
yeah,
All right, I have trouble doing my own hair. I try to do it for this podcast.
yeah,
Yeah, but I'm not that.
yeah,
So I can't, but so we have our own sort of like talent that we're born with. And I feel that a lot of people are more evolved than others. And you have to be, if you want to be a medium, you really have to work on yourself on a spiritual level, like really, really deeply.
yeah. And how long? Like, because I mean, do you feel that you're still learning yourself, even you being, you've been doing it for over 30 years, as you were mentioning before? Do you still feel like you're still evolving as a person, or do you feel like you're at that level where, oh, yeah, I'm basically like a guru now,
Oh,
or do you still feel like, yeah,
oh, I do believe that I have a master of my craft, but we're all growing and learning in the journey, and we never stop learning till the day we die.
I like it. No, I like that. But well, I mean, look, especially doing 33 years, like it would be on the guru status, wouldn't it? Maybe like on
Guru,
the
baby.
the guru. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
I'm your guru.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Now, I do want to talk about the negative side of things. What I mean by that is the negative feedback you would get from being a medium slash psychic.
Mm.
Now, I mean, look, was it hard to kind of, for a while in the beginning, to get people to take you seriously as a medium and the psychic, and
Oh
until,
yeah.
yeah? Like, tell me about
In
that. Like,
in
talk
the
about
beginning,
that.
back in the day, back in in my early 20s and 30s and everything, people thought you were a bit nuts and crazy if you were a medium. They didn't understand it. I used to, like, even now when people say, what do you do for a living, I have to discern whether I can tell that person whether they're going to judge me or not, or whether they're going to go, oh my god, I love you. You either get people who go, oh my god, I love that stuff, oh, you're a medium, oh, I've been wanting to go to a medium forever, or you get people that just go, all right,
Mm,
yeah. You know, like they don't get it. They're non open. They're not. They have no concepts beyond the material realm. And oh, when you die, you die, and no one's psychic. Oh, and can you tell me the Taps Lotto numbers? And if you're psychic, what am I thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, at the moment, I'm thinking that I'm thinking. What are you thinking that I'm thinking? Or whatever I mean. I
Yes.
don't know. I I I've had a lot of bullying in my time as a person in general, through primary school. Actually, I did a post on this recently. High school, um, yeah, a lot of attack, negative energy, because you're happy in your own skin, you're happy in your own light, you know who you are, and then people that aren't happy, they want to attack you, and then people, and often when you say you're psychic, they can like really hold it against you, like you the devil, or you should be doing the devil's work, and you're never going to go to heaven and all this. And I had one person on Facebook once, and I was just helping others, and all you want to do is help other people. So you should go. Actually, I won't say that. I won't say what it was, but it was pretty tragic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I'm a Catholic myself, right? And in the religious world, because I'm way more open minded than the closed minded people of that. I've
Yeah,
become way more open minded nowadays than back in the day. But generally in the religion world, that it is on the devil side, satanic, whatever it is they want to describe it as because it's considered to them it's considered cheating, where it's like, well, we want to know what our life is, we want to know, the psychic will tell us everything we want to know, when in the religious world it's like, well, God has already done that for us, we just got to do the journey itself, and by going to a psychic slash medium, it's kind of like a slap in the face in a
yep,
sense, right?
yeah.
and and for me personally, I mean, look, I don't have anything against mediums or psychics. Even like, I don't go against anything that you do. You do whatever you do. You feel is right, right? I mean, if I wanted to do it for fun, I'll do it for fun. Because there are some people that will kind of take it overboard. Like, I'm very sure in your time you would have had clients that would
Yep.
come to you either every day or every week to say, "Oh, I need to know about this," or "Something has happened. This, what does this mean?" And like there are, I think it's those types of people that the religious people believe that it's satanic, because they think it's, you've brainwashed them in some way, when it's not true at all. Like, you're just, as you said, you're there just to help them. You're here to
Yep.
answer any questions that you feel that you can answer for them, to help them through the tarot cards and through the spiritual realm, right? And it's like, and again, like, it's just, I just feel like people need to be a bit more open minded and basically just mind their own business, really, in my honest
Well,
opinion.
true. I like that saying, "Live and let live." And I also don't care what people think of me, but I'm extremely sensitive, so I do get quite hurt. But I will say, I always say to people, I am the channel. You're in control of your life. I can see if someone is pregnant, I know they're pregnant, I know they're having a boy. If someone's traveling, they're traveling. If they're getting married soon, they're getting married. If the relationship's going to work, it's going to work. If it's this person's, I'm not sure, or it's two people, or sometimes three people in relationships. Trust me, I see everything. You know, then I say this is people's free wills and free conscious choices. There's no answer is an answer, because you haven't made up your mind yet. You haven't made up your mind yet.
You're
So
right.
there's no answer as an answer, but I can see the most probable outcome, but nothing is
Mm,
certain.
mm,
I mean, today I was doing a reading for a lady and I knew she was 33. I said, Spirit is saying you're 33 because she's 33. I
mm.
also knew that she was choosing between having a family and having another baby or going back to work. I said, you're choosing between having a baby or family and work. And she goes, yes, that's right. And yes, I am 33.
Mm,
And so those things are already a fact, and I can read them and I guide them. And you are the one that makes your own destiny. I choose my own destiny. You choose your own destiny. Everyone is choosing their own destiny. There's things you can't control, but there's things we can control. And I believe in the power of being empowered. I empower people,
mm.
but I also guide them, stop them from doing things that necessarily they might be going down the wrong track.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you an example. Do you want me to give you an example?
Of course. Go ahead. The
I
stage
did
is
a reading
yours.
for a lady 2 years ago, and I said to this lady, this guy, and I said, I'm sorry, this relationship, it's not going to work because I don't feel he's right for you. He's not treating you right. I won't say all the details. I said he's not going to treat you right. I don't feel he's right. His energy's not right. She didn't listen to me. She went ahead in the relationship. 2 years later, she messaged me back. And I think I should have listened because everything you said was right. So I can guide people in the best way for them. It's not satanic. It's not devilish. Do I look like the devil?
No. 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 Not at all.
It's light. We're of the light. We're light workers, for
Yeah.
God's sake. We're helping people. I came here to serve. I
Mm.
get tired. Sometimes my life isn't about me. It's about everybody else, and
Yes.
that gets tiring. Like, I haven't had a weekend. I've still got to do more work, and yeah. I Once you start me talking, I won't stop. That you've got to get me to
No,
shut
that's
up.
good. No, this is no, it's good because that way this is how I learn more about you and also how you operate is because it shows that you are passionate of what you do. This is what it is.
Absolutely.
I've always found that people that love to talk too much, especially, well, too much, that believe that, they're very passionate of what they do and they'll just rabble on and on and on. And it's to me, it's beautiful because
I
it
know.
shows that you're
Yeah.
passionate of what you do as well as, and it'll encourage other people to come to you as well because people are attracted to passionate people. That's what it
Exactly.
is. Yeah.
If you're going to be anything in life, get excited
Yes.
because it's a journey. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, what are you going to say you did with your life? I'd like to leave a legacy. I've written 4 books
Yes.
and my
Tell
own
me, yeah,
cards.
we'll get to the
You know,
we'll get to
I
the
mean,
books in a minute. Yeah.
I want to help people. I want to raise a vibration collectively with all the other people. And Lisa, my friend's just saying, talk, 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 talk. Like,
Yes.
we want to change this world that we live in. We came here for a purpose, us light workers, and there's many of us now. So many.
Of course.
I'm not the only.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only weird one.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, hey, we're only weird to the closed-minded people.
I think they're weird.
Well,
Although, can
there
you
you
see that
go.
there's more? Look
I've
out for the
always been
universe.
even with me. I always tell people all the time. I say, at least you know I'm not boring with my weirdness.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, no, but no, I mean, and it shows. Like I can even tell that you're very passionate. Even after 30 years, you're still very passionate, and it's a very beautiful thing, Sherry.
Thank you,
So always
darling.
be proud of that.
It is my life. It's my life. I have an extraordinary ability. When I bring in loved ones, I bring in names and details how they passed, and people just don't know how I can do it. But I'm a channel. I hear spirit, and I'm blessed because even when I have my own loved ones pass, I can hear them, and I hear my dad in his own voice,
Mm,
and I hear it, and they're with us.
mm,
They're still with us. This book I wrote
absolutely.
is called Eternal Soul: The Afterlife.
Yes.
They're still with us. They're here, and they're guiding us, and they're living in spirit. We're souls having a physical experience,
Mm,
and this is temporary. And
yes.
yes, it's difficult to lose the ones we love, but there is more, and we can't know everything from here. We don't know everything from this physical realm, this matter, this earth.
Mm,
We don't know. It's the unexplained. But I like to know about the unknown, and that's there's more to life. Like there's more that I don't even know still.
mm,
Like they say when you leave the earth, you become one with everything. That's you're one with. There's oneness. There's peace. There's only love. There's only light.
mm.
I've talked to thousands and thousands and thousands of dead people,
Yeah.
and they all say the
And
same thing.
yeah, of course, and I absolutely agree with that because I've had a few passings in my time, and
Yeah.
I've had my best friend who I went to school with who got shot when he when
Wow.
he and he only and he missed his 18th birthday by a week,
Oh my God.
as well as my uncle who passed away of cancer the same year, as well
Yeah.
as I had another uncle who passed away 2 years later of cancer, and I had another best friend who passed away of cancer June of this year. She was only
I
31, no, 32.
it's I've had cancer passings, and it's awful, and
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But what's really interesting about it is that, just as you said, that their presence is still here, and
100%.
it's like their spiritual essence is a part of you now, because you've loved them for so long and you've cared about them for so long. It's like now they're a part of you now.
Yeah,
And 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 I find it very interesting because the first uncle that passed away of cancer, he was such a loving person. He served the church. He was always loving. I've never seen him angry. I've never
oh,
seen him like,
oh
he was just
wow.
full of joy, right? He was a giver,
Yeah,
right? And I felt like ever since he passed, I felt like I was a giver as well, and I didn't even realize it. And I've really felt that when I was surrounding myself with different kinds of people in a good way. It's like he spoke to me and said, "No, I want you to talk to this person. I want you to hang out with this person, and I promise you, it'll be worth it."
yeah,
And it has been ever since. And that particular person who does her own creative, who does cosplay. If you're familiar what
yeah,
cosplay is,
yep, yep,
yeah.
yep,
So,
yep.
and she does gaming and stuff like that. And she was the very first. She was the very first creative person that I surrounded myself with to really help me, motivate me, persuade to do what I want to do with my
That's
career and stuff like that.
amazing.
Right?
Oh, when you're talking about your uncle, I'm getting such warm feelings, from that situation you're saying, and the guidance that he's giving you. It's just beautiful. They love us from a distance, and love is eternal. It never
Yeah.
stops,
Absolutely.
never
Uh,
stops. They're always there. Yep.
Yeah, and even when my friend who passed away in June, unfortunately, I did not even know she passed away until 2 weeks later, because she wasn't really
Yeah.
active on social media. But because I did visit her in the hospital, and I did what I could there. And unfortunately, I was able to get a message from the family saying that that she has passed away. And like, I only knew like 2 weeks later, unfortunately. and
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was
Can't.
just a lot to deal with, because I haven't spoken to her for a while, and I thought that she'd be resting in the hospital. But I didn't realize that she already left this earth, and I didn't even get to say my final goodbye,
It's
which
hard.
still hurts. But I felt like
Yeah.
her spirit, when her spirit was a part of me, I could feel that she knows that I love her. She
Oh,
knows
yeah.
that I've done, she's always cherished the moments that we've had, because I would always get random phone calls from her, and I would always call her to we would always check on each other, and we'll have conversations, and it was all love. And I would make the effort for her, because I felt that she's worth it. She's one of my greatest friends. And uh, uh, and then she has also shown me that, especially when it comes to people, that she's helped me build the strength to let people go when they're not giving me the energy that I deserve.
That's right. That's most important, because I've wasted a lot of time on people being an empath, uh, not getting anything back and giving everything. And I realized that I was trying to teach them, I was treating them how I wanted to be treated, but how I would treat everyone. I treat everyone the same. But yeah, the beautiful thing about, that when you do pass, and the one thing that I say to people is they don't realize this, and it freaks them out a bit. We've all lived and died many lives before.
Mm.
So we've had many lives, because we're eternal souls having a physical experience through many lifetimes. And we've lived and died before. So death is natural and normal for us as birth. And birth is death is rebirth.
Yes.
There's a birthing at the end, as the beginning of the life. So um, when we leave, it's peaceful, it's known to us. We see our loved ones, and we meet everyone over there again, and we live in a life over there.
Mm.
And no matter what, they feel and they know our thoughts, and they see us. I don't ever feel any guilt as a being if I didn't say goodbye or I couldn't do it. I know that they that we're guiltless spiritual beings. From the spirit realm, our guides and our angels see us as light, as who we truly are, not as all the faults,
Mm.
the earthly. I should have, I could have, I didn't. There's nothing There's nothing wrong where they accept everything as it was, as it is, and sometimes it's just it was the way it was meant to be, and that's what they say. It was what it was. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like nature,
Well,
you can't. Nature is what it is. You can't change it. It is what it is, and the same with our Earth, life. Mm.
yeah, exactly. It's yeah,
Mm.
it's the legendary phrase. It is what it is and was what it was.
Yeah,
Which raises the question: why do you think people still fear death? Because I feel like a lot of people still do.
because I think it's the end of all.
Yeah,
The doom and gloom of
yeah,
life. We will
yeah,
never be anything again beyond death.
yeah,
That's not true. It's absolutely not true at
yeah,
all.
yeah,
Actually, death is something to look forward to. The physical realm, there's joys of being in the physical realm. There's even more joys of being in the spirit realm, and it's actually home and peaceful. And I think that there's an uneducated energy around death, and it's just doom and gloom. It's the end, and also it's very sad. It is sad for the ones that are here, the ones that we like. I still, we just recently a year ago lost my son's father, and then I lost my stepfather 2 months after. I still miss them. I still talk to them, and sometimes I feel like I could just wish and I could just like, oh, I'll go and ring them up or I'll go and talk to them. I feel like, oh, I should ask them this, but I can't. And my
yeah.
dad, I was talking to him last night. He died 7 years ago, and he's next to me, and I'm looking at a photo and having a chat. Um, where am I going with this? Why are we saying this?
No, I was saying that like why do people still fear
Oh,
death?
they fear it because they think that there's nothing left. That's it, and it's the end,
Yeah,
and they don't want to lose their loved ones here.
yeah,
But and we don't want to leave our loved ones.
yeah. No, I agree
Like
with
to
that because
know
I
that,
know that. Sorry, go on.
no, no, to know if you were dying of illness and you knew you were going to die, you wouldn't want to leave your loved ones. You would know you wouldn't want to. You
Mm,
know what I mean? Like you want to be here with them. It's familiar. It's home. This is home as well, and it's even though it's a journey and we can't be here. Yeah, death does still suck.
mm,
It's awful
yeah,
for the ones left.
yeah,
So I suppose we fear it because it's the unknown and it's a big thing.
yeah. But my take on it, people need to understand that it's inevitable. That's why
Oh,
we need to really cherish every single moment with the people that we love because we don't know when their time is up. We have
that's how
no
I live my
idea.
life.
Yeah,
That's how I live my life, Martin. That's how I live my life. I live my life
yeah,
like that. I live that. I know life is not promised, and so I have to love everyone as unconditionally as I can. Unconditional love
mm,
with everyone while we're here. I don't take anyone for granted. Never have. Don't use anyone. Don't do anything wrong by anyone. Not that I try
yeah,
to, but
yeah,
I just think life is not promised and it's short, and that's the way I live my life, knowing that anything can happen, and that we need to cherish the moments and not, and that's why I don't understand. I've got family division at the moment, but that's for a real terrible reason.
mm,
Um, I've had to walk away
yeah,
for my own health, but
mhm,
when people have a small argument and then they walk away from each other, I think just get together,
yeah,
get out, work out your differences.
exactly. And but then because and that's why we need to do that now because I feel like the next time we're going to see those people is going to be at a funeral when we have no choice but to be and it's like,
Yep,
well, why would we need to, why would that be the only time when we get together is when somebody passes, when in
that's right.
reality why can't we just cherish the moment now while people are alive so that way we can be at peace when
Yep,
they pass, if that makes
yep,
sense.
yep. Absolutely. And if you didn't get to say goodbye to your loved one and there's no words not spoken, they know everything when they pass. They know when they see everything. So people don't need to feel like, oh, I feel guilty. Some people carry guilt for the rest of their
Yeah.
life. I just said to a lady before, you don't have to feel guilty. She burst into tears, and it
Mm,
meant so much to her, um, losing her partner. And it was just the words she needed to hear at the time to make her release her guilt. You don't need to feel guilty, you don't need to feel bad, or because everything is shown to them. They know that You know, you pure, like you said before, your heart. They know your heart. They see inside your heart. They know who you are. They know your intentions. So yeah,
Yeah.
they're with us. They're always around.
Yeah, and I think it may have something to do with they want to have their final say just to get it out of their system as well. And I think because they didn't get a chance to say whatever it is they wanted to say, that's now in their mind it's like it's stuck now, and now that's where the guilt comes in. That's probably what it is,
Yeah,
where they don't get the
yeah,
final words.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
Yeah,
But you can always
yeah,
say them after, and they'll be heard.
yeah,
The words will be
absolutely.
heard. They
Yeah,
will be
exactly.
heard.
They will
Mm.
be heard. Yeah, exactly. If not, I mean, if not physical, there has to be spiritually. It'll
That's what
be
I
heard
mean.
regardless.
If they, your
Yeah.
words will always be heard, your thoughts will always be heard after life and all through life, eternity. It's the way it is. It's they'll always know what your thoughts were, and you can always speak later, and they'll And often you see that where people do. They talk to a photo and they'll say something, and they listen to every word. And the spirit world, they love it when they say, for example, you get signs like you might see. Like I saw the name of my stepfather. His name was on the number plate of cars
Mm.
when he died, and it was a very unusual name. And I kept seeing it, and so the signs come through. And when you see the sign, your loved ones love it when you connect and see a sign. It's like a team win for them. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they got it, they got it.
Yeah.
So they're sending the signs, and it's like this signal. It's like, this energetic frequency that they're putting out thoughts, and then you end up going somewhere and you see someone in that someone's got the name badge on them, or you hear someone, or you look at someone who looks just like your loved one, or um, all sorts of things, and like songs come on, songs that were at the person's funeral. Like, I know this sounds really crazy, but when there was a stage in my life when my dad was really happy, and it was the Dirty Dancing movie that was out, and so all the theme
Yes.
songs to the Dirty Dancing, the Hungry Eyes and all
Hmm.
that, that's Dad's song. And when I hear that, that's Dad, and I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
And also St Elmo's Fire, he used to love that song. Set
Yeah.
almost fire. And then when I'm going to an inspirational thing, or I've got something on, or it's an important thing that comes on, and I get railed up. And yeah, it's they send signs, and they love it when we connect with them from this world to their world. That's
Mm.
what they love, and that's why they send us signs. And
Yeah.
they'll always, like, they don't want to be gone, and they're not gone.
No, that's right. And especially when spiritually, especially when you're driving in the car, and then just as you're saying, like you hear a song that reminds of like your dad's favorite song, like "Hungry Eyes," for example.
Yeah,
It's just like it's like spiritually they're calling to
yeah,
you, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Like, and then yeah, and then it's like it's like they're making a call spiritually through
yeah,
their favorite song to make you think of them, and also you know just to make sure that you don't forget them at all. Even though I know it's impossible, but I'm just you know what
yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, 100%. There's so many different signs that people in my book here, Eternal Soul, the Afterlife. So many different readings I've done, thousands of readings. Can't remember them all. The thing is, I can't remember them once I've channeled. Some of them I do, and yeah, there'll be things that like someone might be wearing a necklace, and I say, I'm really drawn to that necklace. Why is your mum showing me the necklace? Oh, her ashes are in there. So that always little things that are for the person.
Yes.
Just it's for the person.
Mm.
Um, but I've gone off subject here. But yeah,
No, that's
when I'm
okay.
channeling, I give them those signs and messages and from spirit that are relevant to them, that are so poignant for that person at the time. But
Yeah.
generally, if you're trying to connect with your loved ones or living your life as normal, they'll always be there. You know,
Yeah. Absolutely.
and they do have a sense of humour.
Hmm.
They're quite
Yeah. Absolutely.
funny. Yeah,
Even when say if there was a joke that they made while they were still around, and then something along the way in your life, something that will remind you of that joke again, will still it's that signal from the spiritual realm to be like, remember that, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, look, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I've always found that very interesting as well, and then it's just fascinating to me.
Oh, it fascinates me still,
Yeah,
even after 33 years of it. And you know what? I think to myself, how on earth did they orchestrate that sign or that thing or that person or that sign to be right there as I'm going there?
yeah,
How did
yeah,
they how did they coordinate that shit? How do they
yeah.
do that? Like, I don't get it. How do they magic? It's magic.
Magic.
It's magic. I think it's
Oh,
magic. I think life is magic, and we're creating our own reality. You know,
that's
and
right.
we're weaving our own wand here. And but yes, from the spirit realm, they're more powerful, and they can. I was like, how on earth did they do that? I think something happened a few weeks ago, and I was like blown
Mm,
away. How did that happen? You know, like
yeah,
it still fascinates me after all these years.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you think that kind of keeps you excited and keep you passionate for what you do?
Yes, and it keeps me realizing that even though personally I don't feel I've got a lot of support around me physically with people. I have been a single parent for many years, and I don't have a lot of that physical support. So when I personally get the messages from my loved ones,
Mm,
I feel I'm so blessed in that way. I can feel, oh, I've got that support. You know, I've got that, even though I might feel alone, I've still got that. So for anyone feeling alone or the loner, because I'm a popular loner,
yeah.
I feel like I've got that love and support that's unwavering. And even if I'm not loved by the people that are meant to love me here, I'm loved by them.
Yeah. And that's all you need, really. To be honest,
Oh,
once
no,
you
you need the rest of
recognize,
it. No,
okay,
no, you need the rest of it. You need
okay,
the rest of it. You do need the physical support.
yeah,
You do.
yeah. Well,
Everyone needs it. Everyone needs the people around them to give them love and support. And that's why I try to help others.
I'm very sure that you do, Sherry. I'm very sure that you do. I'm
I'm
very
sure I
sure
do
that you
too.
do.
Yeah, some people say I changed their life.
Well, there you go. See,
Yeah,
see that shows that there is importance there and there's purpose there. If you have the ability to change even one person's life,
exactly. Do it.
there you
Yeah.
go. All it
Yes,
takes is one person.
that's right. That's
Mm,
right. This is my other book, How to Work with Your Angels. And here I talk about
yes.
how my prayers come true. My
Okay.
prayers come true
Let's
with
you know
healing.
what? Let's go through your books. Like what? Because I'll be honest. This is why I wanted you to have you on the show as well. Because I wanted to get to know you as well as your books. Like
Yeah.
you going into the publishing world of what you do as a medium. Um, were they like? Did you get the response? So obviously, when you obviously had them all published and everything like that, did you expect that level of response, or did you were you expecting a bit more response with your book? Like,
Um,
what what was the process?
I tried to get my book published by certain publishers years ago, but I kept getting knockbacks all the time. So I said, "Fuck you all, I'll do it myself."
Okay, great great mindset. I love it. Nice. But
So I did it
is it
myself.
a yeah? So is it like a so what's the process of getting like a book
Well, I
published?
had this
Like doing it
beautiful,
yourself?
lovely, yeah, I had this lovely medium mentor called Dee Gibson who published her own books, and she guided me on how to do it. So I did it, she guided me, and I did it. So I did it myself in Melbourne, and this is called Eternal Soul, the Afterlife. It's all about the next life.
Mhm.
There's me on the back. And so, yeah, she guided me on how to do it, and it's actually printed in the same company as the company that I wanted to go with. It's printed at the same place in Melbourne. So
Oh
you can
wow. Okay.
actually get your own, yeah. So I went through Fiverr and I've made my own cover. I got an ISBN, and I went through Ingram Spark, and I just did my own, and then I buy them, and I have an ebook as well. So yeah, I mean, one day I might get picked up by a publisher, but I haven't been pushing it because there's pros and cons to doing it yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What
yeah,
are the pros?
the pros to doing it yourself,
Mm.
I suppose you sell the book at your own cost. You buy the books yourself, and you make a bit more of a profit margin, that sort of thing. You're your own boss. You've got your own say in it. When you go for a publisher, I've had a publisher say, "Oh, I would change all that, and I would change all that."
Yeah.
And I like it how it is for now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What about the
Um,
cons? What would be the bad side of it?
bad side of what?
Sorry, the cons of doing it independently, like publishing a book.
Less expansion, less reach, maybe. Unless you're going to go through KDP or yeah, I get a distributor as well. So I kind of I've been focusing mainly on my readings, but now moving into, like I said, I'm opening a center, not buying it, I'm opening it, and I want to sort of like do more coaching and teaching and selling my products rather than readings. I'm trying to have a break from it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I might push the books more now that I haven't. And people buy them a lot. Or at Mind Body Spirit Festival, I'll be there in 2 weeks in Melbourne exhibition buildings. I go to expos. People
Yep.
buy them on my website. Every time I do an event, people buy them. You know, they sell pretty good. I don't have to. I'm not like a hard sell person. The main the main thing that I earn my income from is readings, because
Yeah.
it's non-stop really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going into TikTok as well, because you've got like over
Yeah.
160,000. Like, how did was were you did you were you weren't sure about TikTok at first? Because obviously, because from TikTok, from what I've known, it's all about dancing,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are doing different things. But what made you go to TikTok?
Well, I just noticed a lot of people doing what I was doing on TikTok, and I thought, well, if they
Okay.
can do it, I can do it.
Okay.
So I did my first video, and in the first week, I got 10,000 followers.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
and a lot of people were, because I was saying that I talked to the other side, were saying that it's devil worship, you shouldn't do this and all that.
Yeah.
So I just blocked them, and now I just get nothing but support. Beautiful support from anyone all over the world. It's made me international. I'm doing a reading tomorrow in Fiji. And I do readings all over Australia. I've done them in Canada, all over US, where have I done? All over Europe, France, Italy, Netherlands,
Wow.
Jordan, Middle East, Singapore, New Zealand. Um, yeah, kind of worldwide, really. So TikTok has it's great. It's great, and there's a lot of mediums and psychics and readers on there, and there's a spiritual community. So it was very welcoming and beautiful. Yeah.
Have you ever been criticized by other mediums? And like, how do you handle that? Like, because
Yeah,
I'm very sure like there's always been the cons.
I'm always criticized by people who are doing less than me. and
Exactly right.
and and I did see your post about that, but that's true. I mean, if 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 I was them, I'd be I'll take a leaf out of Sherry's book. Maybe I can be learning from her and aspire to do what she does. And like I've also been on many radio shows. I had my own radio show in Geelong for 3 years. I've been on Nova FM, Fox FM, ABC, Bay
Wow.
FM. Like a lot of radio stations. Um, I had one interview on Channel 9 with the ghosting thing.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I get criticised I don't necessarily get it to my face, but I know about it.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes my heart pound. I know about it because I've heard about, and I've seen conversations, physically conversations about people talking about me, and she's this or she's that, and you know what she is? She's a hardworking person who's trying to help everybody. So please leave her alone. That's what I think. But yeah,
Yeah.
I get people that hurt me, and I take it
Mm.
personally,
Yeah.
because there's people that would turn on you like this, and it's not nice.
Mm.
It's hurtful.
Oh yeah.
It's really hurt. It hurts me, and and then I get other mediums that absolutely love and respect me, love what I do, and other mediums that are doing more than me. I look up to them and I respect them. I have reverence for others doing more than me, and I don't have to bring anyone down. I don't bring people down, because you're not going to your light's not going to shine any brighter by trying to dim someone else's.
Exactly right.
The
Yeah.
other way around, actually.
Mm. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah. So you're
I've
touching a
also
nerve when you say to me, do other people, do other mediums,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's what it is, because I feel like there's always the people that even in the same industry, whatever it is that you're
Yeah.
doing in whatever industry, there's always those people that are not as passionate as you, and then they think that they're better than you, and that's to me that's crazy, because like you're just doing what you're doing. You're just doing what you love doing, and then you're getting the results out of it, right? And clearly, those people are not putting in the work. They're not just because obviously you were saying before that it's a lot of hard work, a lot of a lot of digging, a lot of it's a lot. It's a lot, and then they're not willing to put in the work, but they want to try to bring people down, and it's especially in the same industry. Like, why can't we just learn from each other? Why can't we just
Yeah,
come together
yeah,
and really just, again, just as you were saying before, take a page out of Sherry's book and really just, right, take the little advice on board. You don't have to. I don't have to take your advice, but it's something to think about. And
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
If someone's successful, why wouldn't you want to model them or copy them or do something that they do? Like rather than put them down. Yeah, I've had people that have come along and then they ride on my coattails and then take advantage of me, not treat me like I would treat them, and then and then they turn against me and say, oh, and say things, and it's just like, I can't believe. But it's just people that just let you down. They just not everyone has your heart. Not everyone would um, do what you would do for them. So you just get used to that, unfortunately,
Mm,
and you keep going. There's nothing's going to stop me from doing what I need to do.
exactly right. Right. And I encourage everyone that's really chasing their dreams or whatever it is that they
Yeah,
love doing, don't
yeah.
stop for nothing.
No,
Don't
I
stop for
inspire
nothing.
people.
Mm,
Not only am I a medium, but I'm a reader, but I'm a motivational speaker and I inspire and I teach about the law of attraction. So I
yes.
talk about, you can create what you want. Um, you know, um, inspire people. That's what we should be doing, lifting them up, not putting them down. I don't like people putting them down, people putting others down, saying nasty things. Like there's a saying, do not speak unless it improves on silence.
Mm,
Like we were,
I like that.
the only time you should be looking down on someone is if you're giving them a hand up, lifting them up.
Yeah.
Don't put people down. And it doesn't, like I said, it does never, ever going to make your light shine brighter by putting someone
Mm,
else's out.
yeah. Exactly right. I definitely agree with that 100%. Like, even for me, like I try to help people as much as possible, and I've accepted that I can't help them all.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah,
I can only be kind to everybody. I can only try to support everyone as best as I can. And because I have to focus on myself, I got to focus on obviously the show and
yeah.
obviously getting my house and stuff like that and these things and traveling and working on traveling international as well. And
Awesome.
I got to look out for those type of things for myself. You know what I mean? Because I have
Yeah,
goals that I've set, but at the same time, I use this show myself is to serve myself, right? Is to
good.
let every guest have their is to guest to have their story, to let their, give them the chance to, speak. Let the stage be theirs, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
And
And
that's
then when you
that's
get
my
me on, I never
purpose.
shut up.
And I love it. And I love it. I reckon hanging out with you will be awesome, to be honest with you. This is not of a word of a lie.
Oh, look, I am
So
a good friend to have. That's why I think you people who talk about me should just be my friend instead because I'm a good
there
friend.
you go.
And
There you go. I think so. I think so.
yeah, so are you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, you've got an event coming up you mentioned before. Tell me about that.
Mind Body Spirit Festival. That is Mind Body Spirit Festival is on. It's all around Australia. It's Australia's leading spiritual expo festival. That's coming up in on the 15th to the 17th of November at the Melbourne Exhibition Buildings, and I'll be there. I'll be handing out my new flyers for my new business, which is called Mind Body Spirit Hub. So it's
Okay.
nothing to do with the Mind Body Spirit Festival, but it's Mind Body Spirit Hub that'll be open in Geelong on the 2nd of the 2nd. That's opening day. It's just a casual day. There's no structure. It's just people dropping in whenever they want. It's just the opening. And then we'll have a razzle dazzle opening day in January with an event. But right now, that's that. So I'll be there at the Mind Body Spirit Festival with everyone else. It's the best vibe. There's people from all over Australia. There's food, there's demonstrations, there's guest speakers talk, there's just full on. Have you ever been to the Mind Body Spirit Festival?
I'll be honest, no, but I am curious about it. I am
Yeah, you should
curious
come
about it.
along.
So,
It
Yep.
is fun, and you get to see there's 3 days of just like, you can spend the whole day there and still not see everything. So that's an
As long as I
annual
get to see
event.
you.
I'll be there.
Done.
But yeah, it's an annual event in Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane. And so yeah, that's the event that's coming up.
How did that opportunity come about for you? Like, how did that? How did someone call you, or did you go to them? Like, how did
Um,
that come
Oh,
together?
the Mind Body Spirit Festival has been around for the last 30 years, and it's been
Okay.
around nearly as long as I've been doing this.
Hmm.
And I never really got involved in it until sort of like maybe 2018. And then I just applied and had a site. So it's quite expensive to have a site, but you are always going to make your money because it's very busy. You're reading, you're selling your books and cards, you're meeting people. That a lot of serendipitous energy going on in that environment in the 3 days. And normally it's four in the middle of the year. Like you meet people that you're meant to meet. The readings, even though there's a lot of noise going on, the readings are still, mind blowing. The face to face. It's just, you just meet beautiful people, and yeah. So I think I approached them. Yeah,
Okay. And then
yeah,
now you've got being a part of the festival now, and it's
yeah. I've
it's
been a
it's
part of it
good.
for a while. Yeah, I've been a part of it for a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
No, that's good. No, that's awesome.
yeah.
Now, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think I've got everything covered for my side, I think. Well, what about you? Do you have any questions for me? Do you anything out of your curiosity at all?
No, 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 no. Maybe we could just pull a card for you.
Why not? You know what? Why not? I'm open-minded. Let's go.
All right. Well, this is. Can I swear again?
Yes, of course you can.
Good. These are from the fucking honest oracle cards, and
Okay.
at the bottom of the deck, the message for you is trust the fuck out of the universe.
Believe me, I do. I do now. I do now, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'll do because there was a moment where I'll be honest, like I was scared for my future because many years ago there was a moment where I was broke. My account was just negative all the time. I was relying on settling payments, and then I didn't like it got to a point where if you'd asked me that legendary question of where do you see yourself in 5 years, I would not know how to answer it because I would get scared every time.
yeah,
But
yeah,
then, but when you learn to really just trust the universe and really just be in that moment of just enjoying that journey, everything just starts to unfold slowly, slowly. And then now, and from being negative in my account to having five figures in my savings, as well as, I'm smashing
yeah.
goals. I'm more stronger mentally, also physically as well, because I'm on a weight loss journey myself, and I'm doing very well. And it's just, I've learned to just chill and just let the universe do its
Yes.
thing.
There is a saying that do less and do the 20%. Do 20% and manifest 80%. So what you're thinking, what you're feeling, your positivity is 80%, and then you do 20% action. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, but it's not about running around.
Mm.
Just do less and create more. Um, yeah, I suppose to finish, I would like to talk about my books and then talk about my new centre that I'm opening up.
Yes, of course. Yeah, yeah. Go nuts. Again, the station, the floor is
Floor
yours.
is mine.
Go ahead.
The floor. Well, first of all, thanks for everyone following me on my Instagram and my TikTok. Unfortunately, I was hacked on my Facebook, so the Facebook is in the ethers, and I'm waiting to hear back from Meta. So there's a big following there, and that's just a bit of a stressful situation. So anyway, my
Mm.
first book is Eternal Soul, the Afterlife, and it's all about basically the next life. This book is about how to work with your angels, and I talk about my prayers coming true, and also how you can work with your angels. And then there's prayers in the back. This one is a prayer for self-care. So
There you
50
go.
prayers in the book, and they're like affirmations, really, that you can use. This one is I Am Beautiful. It's a little affirmation book. It's got little affirmations about loving yourself. Okay. And this one's about attracting money. You might want that one.
Oh, oh.
Let's get
Give,
you
give me,
six
give me 5
figures.
copies of that, thanks.
Look at the little dude. He's attracting money.
There
So
you
it's a little money
go.
affirmation book.
Yep.
Money is a tool for me to create the life I desire, and I use it wisely and responsibly. I'm a prosperous and successful entrepreneur making significant impact and income. Boom, boom.
There you
And
go.
my cards, and they go with the
Beautiful.
book. And my center, this is what I'm passionate about, because I'm kind of stepping back from readings, and I'm going into this, which is called the Mind, Body, Spirit Hub, and it's opening up 2nd of December in Fenwick Street, Geelong. And we've got yoga, Pilates, sound healing, meditation, men's circles, women's circles, full moon circles, dance, freedom dance classes, spiritual retreats, psychic development, psychic readings. I've got a team coming in, mediumship night, spiritual healing, crystal healing, relaxation massage. There'll be books, cards, crystals, candles, lots of products, guest speakers, and so it's basically a hub for your mind, your body, and your soul.
I love it. I love it. And also with the books, can people still buy the books now? Like, could they go on like
Yep.
either Amazon or like
You just
any
go to my
which books?
website,
Yep.
which is on my Instagram, and then buy them there. And if they want to come along to the open day, I'll have all of the information going on my Instagram and my TikTok.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Well, thank you for having me, because
No worries.
you're also really
Did you have
awesome.
fun?
Yeah, you're so open, and that's really amazing. And yeah,
I try to
you're
be. I try to be.
you're doing amazing.
Thank you so much, Sherry. And I want to say thank you so much again for you taking the time to speak to me. And it's been amazing. I've really enjoyed this conversation with you. And I've learned a lot from you. So thank you so much.
Okay,
And
you're most welcome.
and also, I want to thank everyone for tuning in as well. Make sure you do follow Sherry and her journey of being a medium. If you need her to do whatever it is you want to do, she'll help you. She'll guide you, but the rest is up to you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So exactly.
That's right.
So and yeah, we'll wrap it up. So Sherry, thank you so much. You enjoy the rest of the beautiful day that we've got right now, and we'll definitely keep in touch. All right.
No worries. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Real talk with Labzy, we speaking the truth from the streets to the booth, giving voice to the groove, no holding back. Every combo's the proof. It's the realest in the game. Now we raising the roof. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy.